This is HB460, Madam Chair, members of the committee. I appreciate the invitation back. You'll recall we discussed this bill a week or so ago. I think there is a substitute.
Is there a substitute? Yes, there is. It's been motioned and properly second that we accept a substitute. All in favor, use the vote and sign aye. Nay opposed, motion is carried. Delegate Sullivan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The substitute makes a change in the way the payment to Mr. Scott will be made. I'm happy to answer any questions about it, but the most important reason that I'm back here is that I was asked by Madam Chair and other members of the committee to come back and tell you just a little bit more about Mr. Scott, who's the gentleman who was wrongfully convicted. So let me just take 90 seconds of your time to tell you a little bit more about Mr. Scott. I can tell you, Madam Chair, members of the committee, that Mr. Scott was 19 years old when he was arrested, and he has said that the wrongful conviction ruined his life. On a very, very personal level, he had been engaged at the time of his arrest and conviction. The conviction, of course, ended his engagement. Heartbreakingly, his mother died before he was cleared by the Supreme Court of Virginia, so she never learned that her son was in fact innocent of this crime. He indicated, of course, that that had a profound effect on him when she died. Professionally, he lost the opportunity to enlist in the Navy as he had planned to do. And while he did have some good jobs, I'm told, over the years since his release from incarceration, he, of course, understandably, is of the view that his conviction significantly limited his employment opportunities for the entirety of his life. He didn't have good health insurance. He wasn't able to save much money. That, of course, made it difficult for him at this stage of his life now to take care of some serious health issues. The RTD did a story on Mr. Scott after he was exonerated, and I'd be happy to give the link to members of the committee, but there was one quote I thought I would read to the members of the committee, Madam Chair. Mr. Scott commented to the RTD, quote, "I had everything planned out. I was going to go into the Navy. I was going to get married. I was going to be a dental technologist. I was going to retire from the Navy at 39, and then I was going to go into private practice, and I'd be getting ready to retire again for a second time. But with a conviction like that, things don't work that way." So that's why I'm here before you, Madam Chair and members of the committee, to, under the statute available to us here in Virginia, to get some compensation for Mr. Scott for his wrongful conviction and incarceration.